Hi guys, it's Ken Steep and Cale McCann from McCann Professional Dog Trainers, and welcome to another episode of our Dog Walk and Training Talk. We're on a walk today after our agility lesson with our young Border Collie Rad, who's wearing the little session camera. We want to talk today about the importance of physical fitness in dog agility, and Cale is a 20-time world champion of dog agility, so she's a pretty credible source. So Cale, why don't you tell us your thoughts on the general fitness in dog sports and in dog agility?
Well, unfortunately, I don't think that enough attention is being made to the fitness of both dogs and handlers actually in the sport. But dogs specifically, we ask so much of them, and it is really, really important in order for them to perform their best and most importantly, prevent any risk of injury. We need to make sure that we keep them really, really, really fit. And I know it's something that I actually probably devote most of my time towards keeping my dogs in shape and keeping their muscles sound and all those types of things, more so than the actual agility training itself. It's sometimes a full-time job.
For sure. So give me 3 ways that you do that, 3 ways that you maintain physical fitness.
I would say the first thing is my dogs are on sort of a fitness program, so they get regular exercise. We take them for lots of walks, as you probably know from the many dog walk and talk videos we have. But we also have a great large property, so they do a lot of running in the fields, free running, which I think really gets them in great shape. I do sometimes frisbee and chuck it, but I have sort of a alternate way of doing it to reduce injury. So
yeah, because you have to be careful. I mean, frisbee and chuck it are
very, very easy way to cause injury to your dog. I mean, awesome way to exercise, but there's a bit of a spin on it that we do. Lots of things like cavalettis or balance eggs and things like that to build muscle.
So in stretches.
Stretches, absolutely.
For sure. And I know for sure one thing Cale's very critical of is the amount of food that her dogs are getting.
I'm a kibble counter,
Yeah,
absolutely.
she is a kibble counter. I didn't know that was a word. But I know when I'm feeding the dogs, Cale is very meticulous about how much or little food that they get, and that the cups must be a very even cup.
This isn't an issue in our house at all. But honestly, though, it is really important. I have some dogs that can gain weight really easily, and it can be a matter of just feeding them like heaping cup over a level cup. And I fluctuate their amount of food all the time based on what they look like or how much activity they're getting. So if it's a really heavy season and they're doing a lot of exercise, then I'll up their food. When we go to winter, I put their food down a little bit more because I want to make sure that they're always doing well. And I check my dogs on a regular basis, their weight. I feel them, I touch them, I look at them, and make sure that that they're doing the best that they can.
For sure, and I think it's so important because agility is a rigorous sport. You know, dogs are jumping over jumps and standards and weaving through weave poles, and it's not fair to the dog if they are overweight to be asked to do those things. So it's really important. It's the owner's responsibility or the handler's responsibility to make sure their dog is ready for that sort of activity.
2 things that I sort of do to prevent wear and tear is if I'm not in any big competitions, I typically will lower the jump heights for my dog. I do not jump them at their full height all of the time. I try to reduce the impact. Don't do a lot of A-frames, don't do a lot of weave poles. And then secondly, I give my dogs rest. So if we have had a really busy time period, my dogs get time off. Also too, if I'm going to a big competition, I'll train earlier in the week, and then the whole end of the week, I don't do anything with them. They have nice, calm, relaxed days just so they have lots of energy and they're not exhausted by the time I take them to a big a competition. Rest is really important for our sport dogs as well.
For sure. So I think that's some really great advice for agility handlers and maybe up-and-coming agility handlers. I want to thank you guys for watching. We had a pile of new subscribers since our last Dog Walk and Training Talks. We want to welcome you guys. If this is your first time with us or you haven't subscribed yet, if you're on a computer, you can click the little heart dog. If you understand that logo, then this channel is definitely for you. If you're on mobile, you can click the little subscribe button. But from Ken Steep and Cale McCann, thanks for watching. Happy training. Bye for now. We have 4 things that we think all kids should know about meeting and greeting dogs. The first one, always ask permission. Whether it's asking permission of the owner, maybe if the kids are